welcome. This is Flosstube, and this is Heidi's Homemade. I'm Heidi. Hello. Welcome back. If you have watched me previously, thank you. If this is your first time watching, thank you for joining us. Us as a community. I've got a lot of stuff to show you today, actually. I'm actually recording this on Wednesday, February 22nd, but I will not be posting it until my normal day, which is, it'll be Friday morning when this appears on YouTube. I just have some time tonight, and last time I did this on Thursday night to be posted first thing Friday morning, which worked out really well, except for now, on Thursday nights, I have a Stitchy Zoom meetup. So if you are interested in doing that with me and my group of people from all over the place, just send me a message in the email that is down below. Obviously, it will be too late for this week, but we do meet every Thursday night at 7 p.m. Arizona time. I am on from 7 p.m. till 10 p.m. Arizona time, and everybody's welcome. Just send me an email at the email listed below, and I will send you the link, and you can join us. Yeah, so what have I been up to? Not a whole lot. School, mostly. I still have not gotten my sewing machine back from having it serviced, my one remaining sewing machine. I am so anxiously awaiting that. I have not had a chance to call them yet. That is on my to-do list Friday. Thursday, I'm going to be pretty busy. I have a lot of school stuff I got to get done. And so Friday, that is on my to-do list to either stop in at the store or give them a call and find out what's going on. Because it has now officially been over a month since I dropped off my sewing machine. And the guy did tell me it was about 3.5 weeks. So I'm like, okay, that's a month. That's 4 weeks. But now it's been officially over a month, and I have not heard from them and anything. So, and I can't imagine that it was too bad. It was just sitting in storage for several years. So I wanted to make sure that everything was functioning on it. So yeah, and they can't even test that because they didn't keep the power cord. All they're doing is cleaning it and whatever else they do for the servicing that's going to cost $150. But anyway, once I get that, I will have plenty of finishes to show you. I have several things that I'm waiting to make into little pillows, whether they're pillows to be ornaments or just little pillows. Lots of stuff to finish once I have that sewing machine. Yeah, and I have like everything to do it. I have the stuff to do it, but I might buy new fabric. Because I have some stuff that I picked up at like Joann's and Hobby Lobby, but I'm not sure I'm going to want to use that, or if I want to get some like quilting fabric to put on the back. It depends on how I decide. But I could finish them right now if I had a sewing machine. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, I get off on this tangent about the sewing machine. I do have a few finished things to show you guys. They're all small, so there's nothing big. I have some stuff that I've worked on over the last 2 weeks since I last talked with you guys. I have some stuff that I've kitted up, so I have some plans. I have some haul. I have some quilts, so if you guys like quilts, I have a few. I was talking to some friends, and they encouraged me to show some of my quilts in my videos. I don't have a lot that I have done because most of the ones that I have done were made to order, so those have found their forever homes. But I do have a handful that I have made. I have several that my mom made. I have several that my grandmothers on either side have made. So I will show some quilts, because if you've been watching me, you know that I used to be very into quilting, but I lost all of my quilting supplies, 2 of my sewing machines, 2 out of the 3 sewing machines. I actually had 4 sewing machines at one point. I gave one to a girl that I used to work with as a baby shower type gift. She was expecting, and well, she's had the baby since then, but and she wanted to make some stuff, and I'm like, you know what? I have extra sewing machines. I'm gonna give you one that is literally still in the box, and you can have it. You can do what you want with it. So she was super excited to have that, and I also gave her a bunch of fabric at the time, a bunch of baby stuff, for her to practice and play with and everything. And she just loved it. So so that one found a home. But then my other 2 sewing machines that I had in a storage unit, the storage unit caught on fire and I lost all my stuff. So my one remaining sewing machine is out being serviced. Thankfully that was the expensive one, so there is that. But all that to say, I used to very much be a quilter. I haven't done it in a few years because before I moved to Arizona, I traveled for work, and so it's very hard to make a quilt in a hotel room. Believe me, I made 2 out of a hotel room, traveling in and out of hotel rooms. It was very difficult. Do not recommend it. But since I pretty much lived out of hotels at that point in my life, it was my only option if I wanted to do that. So that's kind of when I kind of got picked back into cross stitch and crochet a lot when I was traveling for work, because it was something that was easy to take in and out of hotel rooms and keep in the back of my car and stuff. So I do have some quilts that I'm going to show you. I just have a couple. I figured I'd do like 1 or 2 every video until I get through what I have to show. And then, let's see. I have haul. I don't know if I said that. I have haul. It was one of those things that I had ordered some stuff and there wasn't enough of something. And so I was like, notify me, and then when they notified me, I couldn't buy just that, so I bought more stuff. I've also been to the attic one more time since the last time I talked to you guys. So I have some stuff from the attic to show you guys. Yeah, there's a lot. So let's get into it. What do I want to start with? I guess we'll start with finished stuff. That's usually what I start with, is fully finished, whips, all that stuff. Okay, anyway. So I have, well, I think there's 5 here. They're all smalls. So let's see. So this one is the first one that I finished. I didn't really do a lot of Valentine's stuff, and this one, oh, I can't think. I really can't think. This was a freebie pattern, and I can't think of what it was. I have up on my shelf over here, the top shelf, all of my finished stuff I put on that top shelf, so I can go back and find the paper copy that I have of this I printed, because I always print out a paper copy on my printer. That's why my printer is like front and center right there, because I use it a lot. But why can I not think of who this is from? But I will post it in the description box below when I get it done, when I get the video done. So this is on 18 count vintage from Hobby Lobby. I bought a pack and I've just been cutting off chunks of it as I see fit. But yeah, I used, oh my gosh, I can't even think of what colors I used. They were right next to each other. Two different pinks, like 3832, 3831, something like that. But they were the colors right next to each other in DMC. And they were different enough that I think it came out really nice. It's not quite red, but it's not quite pink. So, yeah. It matches my glasses. By the way, at the end of the video, I'll show you guys my new glasses. They are a pair, so I can change the top of the glasses, which is really fun. I just got them today, so I will show them off at the end of my video. But anyway, there's finish number 1. And then this one was another freebie, and this is Tiny Modernist. You can get it on their website. And I think this one took me, I think I stitched on it for 2 days. It wasn't like full days or anything. I stitched on it while I was doing schoolwork. And I did change, I changed the colors in it. I didn't like the tones that were in some of them. One of the reds was like 666, which is like a tomatoey red, like a orangey red. And I didn't like how it looked. So I picked my own colors. There's 5 colors in it, I believe, and only 2 of the original colors did I use. Actually, no, I used 3. I just rearranged the order that they were in. But yeah, it came out really cute. It's really tiny. It's on 18 count, and this is just a scrap of white Ada that I have. But yeah, it came out really cute. All right. So those were the 2 Valentine's ones that I've done this year. I don't really do Valentine's, so yeah. But I figure by next year I want to be able to have my little pencil tree up to be able to show some of my smalls, because I have a lot of smalls and I want to be able to show them. So my next is I finished the first set of the pin pillows. I have the pattern here. So I finished the first set, and I already put the pattern away, but I'll show you the next set. So the next set is Stoneware Pin Pillows 2. I finished the Stoneware Pin Pillows, and then there's a third set. So there's Pin Pillows 3. So this one, I haven't cut the fabric up for this yet. I was taking a little break after finishing the first set, but I stitched, each one of them have 7 different patterns. So I stitched the first 7, and I finished those. And so I did press these. I have like a little piece of cardboard here. Here we go. I did press these, but I was worried since last time I pressed, the floss bled a little bit, so I was really careful when I was pressing them. So there's still a little bit of ring mark on a couple of these, but I wanted to make sure that I didn't ruin the stitching, because you don't want to do all that work and then ruin it by getting it wet like I did. Okay, so this is one, and I stitched them in the order that they came in the pattern. So I just kind of kept going in the order. And this is on 36 count Edinburgh Silvery Moon, I think is what this one was. So that's that one. And the floss is Blackberry Jam by Gentle Art. this is the floss. It's Blackberry Jam by the Simply Shaker Gentle Arts. It's the called for floss. The fabric is not the called for fabric. So there's that one. And then this one. And honestly, I really like stitching these. They weren't very difficult. And since I'm still getting used to stitching on linen, I thought that they were very user-friendly. Like beginner-friendly, maybe, is what I would really want to say. And then I have the 3 that I did before, so I'll go ahead and show you those. And that will be like the whole set. And these I am planning on making into little pillows. One of the reasons why I'm really anxious to get my sewing machine back. And this one is the one that bled a little bit. I don't know if you can see it, but like here in the stem it bled a little bit when I ironed it. And then it bled a little bit over in the flower too. So I have all 7 of those done now. And they're all right there. So those are all my finishes for this time. I didn't finish as many things as I finished the last time because I'm kind of getting to the point where I have a lot of my smaller stuff that I've started that I have finished. I still have, I think I have three things that I started for the New Year's Eve new starts that I have not finished yet. But those, one I'm going to actually restart because when I did the Cozy by Liz Matthews, I was like, I really like the, because it's a similar style. So I really like how it made use of the negative space. So this Christmas ornament that I started has a lot of white in it, and I'm stitching it on white. And I'm like, I don't really like the stitching with white on white. But since the pattern calls for it, I'm going to do it, and I don't like it. So I think I'm going to restart that one. And I think I'm going to be much happier when I do that. Because then it'll be 2 colors. And maybe I might even use Fancy Floss when I restart it. Maybe. Anyway. So I guess now we'll move on to whips and new starts. And I'm not going to separate them. Normally I separate them, but I don't really have them in an order in which to separate them, really. Sort of. So obviously I finished the ones I was working on. But let's see, this one is a whip. This is one that I've shown before. And this is the Haunted Mansion by Bendy Stitchy. This is the one that I'm stitching with my stitchy friend Melissa. We're not calling it a stitch along, we're calling it a start along because we started it at the same time, but she has told me that she guarantees that I will finish it before her, which might be true. It stitches up fairly easy, fairly quick. The only thing that I've really struggled, I guess you could say, with is the etoile. It was the first time I'd really used etoile, so I was just kind of, how does this work? It's kind of finicky. We'll put it that way. It's finicky. So here is what I have so far. So last time I had most of this. I finished up the moon. I finished the moon. I added the tree. So this tree is new. this one, I can't, this is hard. So this tree right there, the tree is new. And then I added the gray in the house, and then I extended the eaves of the house, is what I've added to it. And that was one night of stitching is what I did on this. I meant to pick it up for the 13th because we started on Friday the 13th. I meant to pick it up on the 13th, and I ran out of time. So I did this a few days ago. But yeah, I literally stitched on it for one night. I plan on stitching some more on it before I put it away. So basically, I plan on stitching on it at least one more time before the end of the month, and then I'll put it away until the 13th of next month, and then I'll pick it up and start working on it again. That way I don't finish it too far ahead of her, I guess. I used almost all the call for colors. The only color that I changed was I used 415 Etoile instead of the white Etoile, because one, I couldn't find white and I had 415, and so I thought it looked really good on it. Okay, so that is that one. And then okay, so this one is also a whip. This one is, hang on, I was not prepared. I have the colors, the color chart facing out instead of the picture facing out. So sorry about the crinkling. There we go. Okay, so this one is Nevermore by Lila Studio, and I bought this kit from Forbidden Fiber. So it is the Forbidden Fibers floss setup, the kit from Forbidden Fiber that I'm using. The fabric, the floss, everything from Forbidden Fiber. So yeah, I know lots of people have done this one or are working on it, I guess. So there's that. And it was in my stash, and I hadn't started. I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna start it. And it's still in my hoop because I've been working on this before I go to bed. I have been working on it, and I'm basically working like one page at a time. So this is the first page. There you go. This is like the neck of the raven, and then the tree. So I had last time I showed you guys was this part of the raven and the tree. So I've added the fence. That's a lot of stitches, by the way. It's a lot of stitches. There is a fence post right here, and then I'll be done with the fence, and I can move on to the next whatever's up here, or finish off the tree. I haven't finished off the tree, so I might finish off the tree and then move on to whatever's up here. But I'm basically working a page at a time, which is why the raven looks like a triangle. But it's going to be quite large. It is it's either 18 count or 16 count. I typically get 18 count, but a lot of their kits come in 16 count, so it might be 16. I can't really tell offhand. It looks slightly bigger than 18, but I'm not sure. But yeah. And it's in a hoop, because as you guys know, I don't really stitch in hoops. But it's in a hoop because the fabric is very soft, and if I stitch it in hand, it'll get all wonky. So I'm like forced to stitch with a hoop when I do that, when I have that kind of fabric. All right, so next up, okay, so then the next stuff is going to be new starts that I've done. So I'll start with this little one here. So this little guy is from the Just Cross Stitch Halloween 2021 magazine, and it's a little witch's hat. It was one of the ones I printed up when I was deciding what to do for my 12 by 12, and it did not make the cut for that, so I decided, since I already had it printed, that when I had a piece of fabric that was the right size for it, that I would go ahead and start working on it. So this is my one-day start of that. And I am using almost all the called for colors except for the dark purple, which I haven't done yet. But the dark purple I did not have or could not find easily. I'm sure I have it because I have so much floss. I just didn't feel like digging. And I had another purple that would work for it. So I did not have 550 offhand. So I substituted it with a different purple, which looks just fine. So when I get to that, that will be it. This is on a scrap piece of smoke 18 count. Yeah, this is definitely, that was definitely 16 count. This is 18 counts, and this is way smaller than that. So Nevermore is on 16 count. This one is 18 count smoke from Vintage Needle Arts. And it's just a scrap of what was left from ones that I'm getting ready to show you. So yeah, not a huge start. It was just one day, and honestly, I think that was like an hour, maybe 2 hours of stitching time. Not a lot. And then my fancy project bag. These are reusable sandwich bags from Grove. Whenever they have these for, like, when you order from Grove, they when you order so much, they offer you like a free gift. So whenever they have these as like the free gift, I always choose these. And I've never used them to put food in. I've only ever used them for like stuff like this. But they work really well, and they don't have a zipper. They're a really, really nice like Ziploc bag, and like really thick. So yeah. All right. So there's that. So this one I started right after I did my last video. So I actually started this at my stitching meetup that we do at my the local library. Well, actually, that's not the closest library to me, but it is the main library in Mesa, Arizona. We meet every other weekend. And I took this and started it the last time that we met, which was the Saturday after my last video. Because we meet up this Saturday, although I will not get to go this Saturday. So, this one is from Forbidden Cyber Co. And I got this floss and pattern kit from the attic the first time that I went to the attic. And I really liked it, and I really liked their flosses and stuff. So I picked it up, and at the time I didn't really know what kind of fabric I was going to do with it or anything. And this is To Plant a Garden. And it says, to plant a garden is to believe in tomorrow. I know it's kind of hard to see some of that, but I really like it, and it's stitching up kind of quick. Not as fast as some of their other patterns, but it's not bad. So, this is what I have so far. I've got most of the greenhouse stitched. I just have to come this way with the top, and I think there's one more panel to the greenhouse going this way. So it comes out like this and goes up like that. So there's where I'm at. This is the bigger chunk of the smoke. It's 18 count smoke, and it's from Vintage Needle Arts on Etsy. And I always have her tagged in my description box below because I buy almost all of my hand-dyed Adas. I buy from her. I really like her colors and how the fabric is. So, and I am obviously using the called for floss, which is here, because that's the kit that I bought. And to show you, and it's actually coming across pretty true to color from what I can tell. So there's the colors. I really like this kind of mustardy color. This one is, I think it's Midas Touch. Nope, Jingle Bells. Jingle Bells. I have one that's called Midas Touch, and I really like that too. It's like a golden mustardy color. Okay. And then I have one more new start and haul. So this one, let me take some stuff out here. So the bag is new, so that's what I'm trying to show you. So this is the back. And this is from Black Cat Stitchery. And then there's the front with that black. And it's like glittery. And I'm not sure I'm a fan of the glittery because it's coming off on my Ada. I'm like looking at the fabric and I'm like, why is my fabric sparkly? It's because the glitter is coming off. My Valentine's one, this one is also coming off on my Ada, which I was like, not sure I'm a fan of that. But I left everything that she sent with it in here so I could show you. So it's Black Cat Stitchery on Etsy and Instagram. Oh my god, I just spaced on Instagram. She's got some cute stuff, but when it sells out, it's out obviously. So yeah. And I happened to see that she posted this on Instagram, and I was like, that's really cute. I like it. And these are the floss drops that came with it. It's blue. It's not green. It's a light kind of teal blue, and then the orange. And then she sent, this is actually one of my favorite teas, the Double Spice Chai. I really like this tea. It's actually been kind of to hold off on using that one. Okay, so there's that. So what I have in this bag is the sorry, I'm looking for the cover page because I have it all like wonky. So I have the St. Patrick's Day Smalls from Twin Peaks Primitives in this bag, and I have all the fabric cut to do all of them. And it is 18 count Ada that I'm using because I had like a yard of it that I've just been kind of whacking off pieces of. Not really whacking, but you know, I've been measuring and cutting it. But the one that I'm doing, and I'm actually, I'll show you in a minute, but I'm actually kind of getting burnt out on doing it because it's so many stitches. Is this one. It's the St. Patrick's Day with the really big shamrock. And this is what I have so far. That is 2 days of stitching while I've been doing my school stuff. So, like, I'll read or listen to my school stuff as I'm stitching, or stitching as I'm doing that, I guess. And all this green is really, I'm not enjoying it at all. I actually set it down and started working on the witch's hat because I was like, it's boring. It's super boring. And then the witch's hat, it's so graffiti that I'm just like, oh, this wasn't a good choice either. But I'm doing it. I'll get it done. It's fine. Because then when I get this done, I plan on doing all of them because I already have all the pieces cut, and I'll just do them. But that is in this bag, in my St. Patrick's Day bag. So, I think that is all of my whips / new starts that I have to show you for that. Let me put these back in there. My little, put that down. Okay. So that's all my whips and new starts. So I'm going to go ahead and show you my 2 projects that I have that I kitted up the other night to get ready to start. So my plan is to start these guys over the next 2 weeks to show you these guys. This one I will probably start and finish over the next 2 weeks. So this one is Crochet A Go-Go, and this is, what is it? Love Always, I think is what it translates to. But I really thought those little birds are so cute. I got it for the birds. I really did. I bought this pattern for the birds. And I got this off of Etsy. I downloaded it from her website on Etsy. And she sent it to me in a PDF file in my email. It's not downloaded from Etsy. It's actually sent in my email. And it has, as the watermark on it, it has my name. So that's kind of interesting. But this I thought was really, really cute. And I really like the little birds. So my last scrap piece of smoke is what I'm going to use to do that on. So it's going to be 18 counts. And I'm going to make it a little pillow probably. I'm on a pillow kick. I have yet to make one, but I feel like those will be my favorite thing to make because I like to sew. And I am using all the called for colors. I have them all in there. This is a project bag that was like a 3-piece set. I have the other 2 pieces floating around somewhere that I got from Hobby Lobby several years ago. But yeah, just this one and I think it's one size smaller are the only ones I really use. There's one that's like a little, almost like a little notions bag that I don't really use. Because I don't really use notion bags very often. I just kind of let the stuff in there, I guess. I don't know. Alright, and then the last thing that I have that I kitted up. So what I did is I cut all my fabrics and kitted up a bunch of stuff. So that way when I'm doing like schoolwork or whatever, I can just reach over, grab a project, and start working on it. Because this is exactly where I sit to do my schoolwork. So my other one, and I showed this on my last video, on my extras video. This one is Song of the Witches from Vintage Needle Art. This is where I get my fabric from on Etsy. This is the Song of the Witches from Macbeth. The Bubble Bubble Toil and Trouble. So, the fabric that I chose is going to be so fun. I'm super excited, and I might start this tonight, honestly. I would have started it sooner, but it is a little bit larger. 21 by 9, I think is what it is. But this is called Witch's Brew. And that's coming across pretty true to color from what I can tell. It is green, lime green, very kind of splotchy kind of a look to it. And I think it's going to look really good with that saying on it. But what that I am going to use with it. And I bought a couple extra just in case. I'm sure I have them in my stash. But Joann's was having a sale, so I figured I would grab a couple extra just in case. So this is the floss that I'm going to use with it. And it's $3.19 from DMC. And I think that's really going to look cool. I'm actually really excited to start this. So. And it's just one color, so it should go really fast because it's just one color. And it's like long and skinny. So I literally cut this fabric like right in half in order to do that. Because it was like 18 by 21, which was like the perfect size for that, because it was 9 by 21 with like a 2-inch border, I think. So yeah, so that was it. So those are my plans to start, and I'll have those probably started to show you guys on my next video. So now let's go into haul. I did get a couple more project bags. So this one is from Goose Design, and I wanted to, that's your card. I wanted to see a couple different project bags styles because I want to get my sewing machine back. I want to try making some for myself, maybe to sell. We'll see. But I love gnomes. Gnomes, owls, foxes. Yep. So basically I wanted to kind of get a feel for what is out there, I guess. So this is obviously a vinyl front, and I'm not sure I like the vinyl front. I've got 3 of them now. This is her card that came in the bag. So it's Goose Design on Etsy. So that is that. And there's the back. And I just thought that this was so cute because I love, like I said, I love gnomes. And this is not a holiday, and my other 2 bags are holiday bags because one's like a Valentine and one is St. Patrick's Day, but this one's like a spring, summer, I guess. But let it grow is what it says. I might actually, because I have the Caterpillar cross stitch, How Does Your Garden Grow? I might put it in this. That would be cute because it has a gnome in it. That's a thought. I just thought of that right now. Anyway, this bag is from, oh my gosh, Carrie Sews For You in Janesville, Wisconsin, which is ironic because I lived and worked in Janesville. So if she watches my video by any chance, I used to work for Blaine's, and now I live in Arizona, so there you go. But this one took the longest to get to me. This one took 2.5 weeks from the time that I ordered it to get to me. But this one's cute. It is this is not a vinyl, and I wanted to get one that was not a vinyl because I wanted to see what it was like and everything. I'm not a fan of rickrack, but this is kind of cute. I like how it pulls it together, and it's got foxes. That's why I got this one, because it has foxes on it. And then the orange complementary color here. It's very big. I like it because of that alone. Because I know that some people, I've asked a few people, and size, look how big that is. I really like the size of that. And then I also ordered the little notions bag that matches it. Here. And the zipper pull on this says live your dream. And the zipper pull on this one is a little fox. I don't know if you can see that. It's a little fox. So those are my two new project bags. The only thing I don't like about this one is that the inside is white. I'm a little nervous that if I put like a printed pattern in there that it might rub off on the white. Let's see. Then this was her card. That's in my drawer with my other cards. Okay. Let's go on to haul. So I've got, we'll start with what I got from the attic. I gotta move here because I got quite a few things because I can't help myself. I should not be allowed to go into that store. Sorry. It's just root beer, guys. I should not be allowed to go into the store. Every time I go, I spend like $300. It's not, I should not. Okay, so I got a bunch of fabric. Oh, maybe it's in there. I'm like, there's another piece and I can't find it. But it might be in the little bag. Okay, so this is the Edinburgh Platinum. This is the third, for the third set of the pin pillows. I have Vintage Country Mocha to do the second set, and then I have Platinum to do the third set. So I now have all the fabric to do all three sets. And they stitch up so fast that I don't see why it would take me very long to do that. So then the next one I got is Edinburgh Terracotta Ombre. And I haven't even opened this. I just thought that it was a pretty color. And it's an ombre, so that would imply that the color changes. So let's see. Yeah, it lightens up a little bit. I don't know if that's going to show up. It's showing a little lighter than what it really is. It's a fairly dark color, but it's darker here, and then it gets a little bit lighter, and then it gets darker again. So it really does, it is an ombre. And this one is, I'm sorry, this one was 36 count. And this one, I have no idea how this was folded. I have no idea how this was folded. Okay, whatever. This one is 36 count as well. Yeah, this is 36 count. And this one is, it just says square. I'm not really sure what size this is. This one is 18 by 27 3/4. This one says it's square. I don't know. It's the same price, so I'm assuming it's probably about the same size as that one. I'm not really sure. I just liked the color. I'm very drawn to colors. This one is a 40 count. I have not used 40 count yet. This one is a 40 count Newcastle in dark cobblestone. I haven't picked that one. Oh, I like the way this one feels. It feels so much better than that one. So this one is like a mossy brown kind of color. I like it, but it's hard to describe. It's like a greenish brown. Okay. So there's that, and that one is a 18 by 27 as well. I feel like that's a good size. Like, it's a good size I can cut up if I want it to make like smaller things, but it's also a good size if I have something bigger that I want to do. And then this one is one that obviously they had cut down for someone. This is a 37 count Legacy, and this is Monterey Pine, and it's an 18 by 17 and a half. So it's almost a square. And this one has a really nice feel to it too. So that's that. It's a little bit darker than my shirt. So there's that. And then I bought another piece of fabric, but it's folded up tiny. So I think that it might be in this little bag that I have that I bought some floss, and they put the floss in. All right. So there's that. So we'll go into, sorry, sprinkles. Oh, yeah, there it is. Okay. Okay, so I bought a couple extra. So I was still in the process of stitching the pin pillows. So I bought a couple extra of the blackberry jam because I was a little nervous that I would not have enough of it, because I bought one. So I bought 3 of them, basically one per pattern, because it didn't say. So one was just enough to do the first set of 7. And I have, like, I was on the last strand of floss. I think I have 4 pieces left because I was using 2 strands. So I did 2 over 2. And I have 4 strands of the last strand of floss, if that makes sense, left out of one skein when I did the first set of pin pillows. So I will probably have 2 extras because I'm thinking that it's probably going to take about 1 per. So I'll probably have these 2 extra. But I'd rather have extra than not enough. So there's those. And then I bought a bunch of Classic Colorworks just because I wanted to kind of build up my stash, and I wanted to have some stuff on hand. I don't know why. So I got Really Tealy. And you guys have probably seen these colors before, but I just kind of grabbed some that I liked. Mossy. And I kind of went all over the colors. This is Brown Hen. I know this one, I want to say this one is one of the colors from the Strawberry Fair, which I haven't had a chance to start yet. I just got it in the mail. So I plan on starting it. That's one of the other ones I plan on starting. But I wanted to show you guys first before I started it. Because it's part of my haul. Brown Hen, I'm pretty sure is in that. I want to say that was one of the colors. Mistletoe. Ruby Slippers. Cayenne, which I want to say is also in that one. And I didn't, like, purposely choose some of those. These just kind of jumped at me. This one is Chili Pepper. River Rocks. Bramble Bush. This one actually, my hair used to be a very similar color to this at one point. And when I braided it, it would look very much like that. This one is called Shamrock, which I was actually kind of confused because it's more green than blue, but Shamrock. This is Boysenberry Jam. Bing Cherry. I got this one because it really reminded me of the burgundy from Cottage Garden Threads. And I really liked that burgundy. This one is Baby Chick. Really soft yellow. Brown Sugar. I need to make a list of the ones I have. That way, when I go to buy some more, I don't actually buy the same one, so I can actually have a collection. And Chesapeake Bay. Some of them I got because I liked the names, honestly, and some of them I got because I really liked the colors. So, but I do plan on getting, like, all the different colors. Basically, every time I go to the attic, I plan on getting a handful of more so that I can just kind of build my stash. That way, when I want to do one with fancy colors, I can. So this is the other piece of fabric that I got. And this one is Crispy October by the Primitive Hair, and this is 30 count. I haven't fully opened this yet, so it doesn't say what size it is. So I wonder, now I have the what is it? The Witch's Apothecary one. And I wonder if this would be big enough for that, because that I think would look kind of cool for that pattern. I'm not sure. I like it's like an olive green, but it's 30 count, so I'm not sure if that pattern will be, if this piece of fabric would be big enough for that pattern. We'll put it that way. Let's see. I have no idea how this was folded, but that's close enough, and we'll put this around it so I don't forget what it is. There we go. All right, so on to patterns from the attic. So the first one is Flowers for the Fall. This uses the color palette of the Autumn Garden from the Cottage Garden Threads that I got to do the Cozy by Liz Matthews. And since there's a lot that comes on that, since I have so much left over, they had 3 or 4 different patterns that use that color scheme, and I liked this one. And I'm thinking that I'm going to do this one soon. But I think that is going to be really pretty. And I definitely have plenty of the floss to do it with, but I really like this one. And this is Flowers for the Fall by Works by ABC. Okay, so that's that one. The next one, and I kind of have these organized a little bit. The next one is Ink Circles, and this is Swedish Neat Bells. They're little Christmas ornaments. And I think it's really, really cute. I really like ink circles. I have several of their patterns, and I really like stitching them. This one I have not seen before, but this is ink circles Aspen Mandela, and it's like a dandelion is what it looks like to me, but it's really a bunch of trees going around in a circle, and it comes with that as a free pattern, the leaves right there. That's definitely one that I'm going to be doing probably sooner rather than later. And it calls for a Gentle Arts floss that they did not have, like, any of these colors at the attic when I was there, so I did not get any of the flosses. If they had them, I would have gotten them, because I think that would look cool. But anyway. And this video is going to be long. I'm sorry, guys. The next one is a spooky book by Lindy Stitches. And let's see if I can show you without showing you patterns. So, Blackbird Pie. Little Scare for Candy. Broomstick Brigade. I thought this one was really cute. I'm definitely going to stitch this one. And I'm not like a cat person or anything. And I like these. Shiny Things. I really like those. Gray Fellows. And yeah, and that's it. So there's like 3 or 4 patterns from this that I like that I would probably stitch. So paying $20 for it, I thought was reasonable. I don't like all the patterns, but I like most of them. So, okay, so I have, next up is Heartstring Samplery, and this is the Festive Little Fobs. This is the Springtime. I really like these little patterns. I'm basically collecting all the little Festive Little Fobs. This one is Woodland Edition. This one is the Travel Edition. Okay, and then the last one that I got when I was at the attic is Love Notes by Brenda Jarvet. Basically, I picked it up because I haven't been able to pick it up. It's been out like everywhere. So yeah, and I really actually really like the patterns on it. And this is with Dyed Needle and Thread. So I figured I would get it because they had it. Looked like they probably had just restocked them because they have like a few of them. So I picked that up because they had it. All right. So that is what I got the last time that I was at the attic. So I have gotten several things from 123 Stitch, but before I do that, I did get my floss fix from Fat Quarter Shop. So that is the Classic Color Works, and the colors that came for this month, they started doing it alphabetically. So there's Argyle Sock, there's Aunt Marie's Violet, Auntie D, which is very, very similar to the Raspberry Jam from Gentle. It's very, honestly, here, let me. like, they are the same color. I'm not sure how much. This is 5 yards. I don't know how much this is, but there's a lot on here. But they are like literally the same color. So if you cannot find this one, you could substitute with this one or vice versa, because they are like the same color. Then there is Autumn Spice, Avocado, and Baby Blanket, which you can't really see. So pale. Alright, so that was from the Fat Quarter Shop. I also get their Weeks Dye Works one, but I haven't gotten that one. So that's that. Okay, so I got from 123 Stitch is what the rest of this stuff is from. So I got Nora Corbett. I have never stitched a Marabella or a Nora Corbett. I got this one because it reminds me of my mom. She had a thing for barns that were turned into houses. And when I saw this, I immediately thought of that. Except for the fact that it's pink. That would be more me than her. But, so when I got this, I also ordered the beads. And I've never done beads. I ordered all the beads that go with it. And that's actually one of the reasons why I have so much haul, is because one of the colors was not in stock. So when they notified me that it was in stock again, I turned around and bought more stuff, because I'm not going to spend $4 in shipping for a $2 item. So then the next, so I got Luminous Fiber Arts Gathering Honey and Luminous Fiber Arts Gathering Clover. This is totally Stitching with Sandy's fault. She was doing this one, and I really liked it, so I got it. It's totally her fault. Sandy, when you watch this, this is totally your fault. They're really cute, and I'm probably going to get the whole series. So, since I got those, I ordered some floss because I wasn't really sure what color I wanted to do those in. So I ordered 2 of each because I don't like running out of something, and if I'm going to get the fancy floss, I'm going to make sure that I have enough of it to do it. I'm sure I probably only needed 1 to do these, but I wanted to make sure I would have enough. So I got 2 of each. So I got Bean Sprouts, and I got English Ivy, 4-leaf clover. Those are my choices that I got for the Gathering Clover. And let me show you the fabric, because I got that too, which I got it to go with it, but I might change because it's way more pink than I thought it was going to be. But I got earthen. It's 18 count earthen. And it's coming across more brown on the camera, but it's in person, it's very pink. And I don't know as if that's going to look right with the clover. I don't know. Not really feeling it. I also have a piece of 18 counts Vintage Country Mocha that I think I might use instead. I don't know. Or maybe I'll do linen. I'm not sure. They're small enough, I might do linen. I'm not sure. But I won't know what color green I'm going to use until I decide what fabric. So then for the Gathering Honey, I picked some ambery colors. This one I do not like. This one is way more green than I was expecting it. This is called Amber Waves. And I don't know if you guys can see, but it's coming across more yellow, but let me put it with this one. Like, it's green. It's very green. So then this one is honeycomb, and I think this is the call for is honeycomb. And then golden star, which is a little more yellow with orange. But that actually might look kind of cool with that gathering honey. But those are the ones that I got to go with those patterns. I just have to decide what fabric, because I don't think I'm going to use this one because it's just really pink. Okay, so then I got, this is 35 count red pear, and this is Weeks Dye Works. And I got this to do the Valentine Petites by Little Needle Works. Is that, am I saying that right? I'm not sure. But this is actually the called for pink that they used in the pattern, and I really want to be able to do all 4 of them on this, which I think, I mean, I know I have plenty of fabric for that, but I'm not sure if the patterns will come across for all 4 of them, because like on it they have 2 of them in this color and 2 of them in a like a taupey color. So, but I thought that I could do all 4 of them on the pink, and that would look kind of sweet. So there is that. All right, so those are the fabrics, floss, and then I just got a bunch of patterns. So I finally got the Strawberry Fair, which I plan on starting. Yeah, so cayenne, brown hen. I was planning on just using DMC, but since I actually have a couple of the colors now, I might do some of the colors as well, some of the fancy floss. And I have the Honey Fair, I think is what the other one, the new one that's coming out in market is called. I plan on getting that too, to go with this one. So there's that. And I got some more of the Heartstring Samplery Festive Fobs. This one is the Summer Garden. And I think that these are just so cute, and they would be really fast stitches. And since this is my year of smalls, and I've already done several smalls, I'm probably going to just pick one of these and start working on like all of them. And they're different enough, I don't think I'm going to get bored. This is Barnyard. Then I have, this is the Stitching Edition. And then on this one is Pansy Patch Quilts and Stitchery. This is the Houses on Pumpkin Lane series. And I plan on getting all of them. These are the ones that they had in stock when I ordered. This one is the Butternut House, and they're releasing a couple of these for market. This is number 5 of 9. And Candy Apple House is number 6 of 9. And I know, guys, these are samplers. I understand that. But there is not an alphabet on there, so I'm okay with that. I think that is honestly my biggest drawback for samplers is I don't like the alphabets on everything. But I do understand that these are samplers. And yes, I do plan on doing them. And I'm probably going to do them as one big piece. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. Otherwise, you're going to be pillows like that, we will see. All right. So that is all of my haul. All right. So if you've stuck around with me this long, then next up is going to be, and I know this video is long. I'm sorry, guys. I try, every time I do my videos, I really honestly try not to have such long videos, but it seems like an hour is kind of my time. This time is going to be a little bit longer because I just have a lot of stuff to show you guys, and I'm just kind of moving some stuff around so that I don't lose anything. And there's that. Okay. So next up is quilts. So they're right here. This one is one that I did, and I honestly, and this one isn't even finished. I haven't put the binding on it yet. I ended up packing it up before I put the binding on it. So this one is, I'm going to have to stand up to show you these guys. All right, guys. This one is a baby blanket. I guess you could say. It's like a lap throw baby blanket. I did make this out of the 2.5-inch charm packs and then black solid for that. The stitching, the quilting itself, was done at my favorite quilt shop in, oh my gosh, I can't even think of the name of the town. It'll come to me. It's Loose Threads in Wisconsin, and I cannot think of the name of the town that it's in, but it is quilted in variegated primary colors. If you can see that. And it's just swirled. So this is one that I made. This is one of the last quilts that I made, actually. Made this in a hotel room in Michigan. This one is one that I made with my mom. This one is a round robin that we pass back and forth to each other. It is a, it's like a twin size. And let me see if I can get this unfolded for you guys. So you can see it. So let me point out what everybody did here. So this is all done in the teak. And so my mom did the center part, this Dresden wheel. She did that here. I did the flying geese that's going around it. Then she did this scrappy piece that goes here. And then I did the square, the really pale color that's framing it. And then she did the tumbling blocks here. She did those. And then I did the applique here. I did that there. And then I think I did this border as well that has the light tone inside of the dark tone with that. And then my mom did embroidery along the outside. And she used variegated floss for the embroidery. And then on the other side, she embroidered. What she did is she took some of my my quilt stencils and embroidered them onto the fabric. So, and then the back is one big piece of batik. So this is one that, like I said, my mom and I made, that we passed back and forth to each other. We had planned to do 2 of them, but we never got around to finishing the second one before I started traveling, and then she passed away. So yeah. So when I say that I quilted, I guess there is the proof that I have made quilts. Now, like I said, that one is a twin size. So there is my all my cross stitch stuff, my quilts. I did say that I was going to show you, so if you guys have stuck around, thank you. If you have subscribed to my channel, thank you so much. If you want to stick around, I'm going to show you guys what I've got for my glasses, because it's really fun and really cool, and hopefully it won't take me too long to show you guys. I might show you as I get other stuff to go with it too. So these are called pear sunglasses. So if you're not familiar with them, they basically, you get a basic pair of glasses, and so these are the ones I chose. These are called the Ellas, and then you get the top part that are magnetic that stick on your glasses. So you can change them any way you want, which is very dangerous for me. So this one is the red sparkle. The only thing I don't like about these is the fact that you can see the magnets on the corners. So the next set, this one is one of their Easter ones that they just came out with. This is called hydrangeas, and they're blue and green hydrangeas. Obviously the leaves. And then the next one that I got, these are one of my favorites that I got. These are Sherlock Holmes. I used to have a keychain that said, oh my gosh, Sherlock Holmes address, B221, 221B. That's it. Yeah, I used to when like I got my car worked on or something, people would be like, "Oh, is that your apartment number or something?" I'm like, no, that's Sherlock Holmes' address. Yeah, 221B Baker Street. There we go. There's even on the side right here, you can see it. There is a little Sherlock Holmes right there. And it's got, these are so cute. It has like handcuffs and stuff on it. It's really cool. But those are one of my favorite pairs. One of my favorite toppers right now that I've gotten. This one is for St. Patrick's Day. I actually ordered a couple of St. Patrick's Day ones because I knew that they were limited edition and I wanted to make sure that I got them. So I really like the fact that like you can change the look of your glasses. Because I've always gotten like 2 different pairs and always one of them just didn't work right. Like I hated them. So the fact that I can change the look of my glasses when I feel like it is awesome. These are my other favorite ones. This is green lace. This is also St. Patrick's Day one. Actually, those last 3 that I showed you were St. Patrick's Day. And then I got sunglasses because that is honestly one of the reasons why I got these. So that I could have sunglasses and not have to buy separate sunglasses. And these are rainbow mermaids with pink lenses. How cool and how fun is that? So I have some other toppers on order. They will be here shortly. A couple of them were on back order. And they just shipped out, so I will be seeing those shortly. I will probably show you guys my toppers as I get them as part of my haul at the end of my videos. So that's all I have for you guys. I got under an hour and 30 minutes, so I'm sorry, but it is what it is. Then I will see you all in another 2 weeks, if not sooner. If I have something special to talk about or show you guys, I will pop on sooner. But I plan on 2 more weeks, and I will see you guys then. Yeah, so again, if you want to join us on a Thursday night stitching Zoom call, just email me. My email is below in the description box. And that's 7 p.m. Arizona time. So, yeah. Yeah. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I'm sorry, guys. I did not talk about any of the people that I've been watching on YouTube. Let me do that really quick because I wanted to make sure that I was doing that on my videos. So, let me really quick pull up a couple of the latest people that I have been watching. So, okay, so I just watched a couple of different videos by, oh my god, I can't even think, Sambry Stitches. I've been watching her videos that she does with other Flosstubers, her interviews with other Flosstubers, which I think is really fun, and I always like watching when there's multiple people because you like kind of bounce off of each other and stuff. And I'm hoping to actually have a little bit of that on my channel soon. Thinking about doing some, not like, I guess people. I don't know. Thinking about it. So yeah. So Sambry Stitches, I watched, and I will tag them in the description box. Lala D Stitches, I've watched I think all of her videos that she's done, and she has been around for too long. Let's see. Some of the other ones that I have been watching. Java Girl Stitches, I watch hers when she puts them out. Hers are not as frequent though. And let's see. I can find one more for you guys. Julia Stitches. She is a newer Flosstuber. She's only got 2 or 3 out, and they're quick videos. So yeah, I'll post all of them in my description box below, that you can go and check them out and say hi. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I definitely appreciate it. I definitely appreciate when you guys like my videos and everything. When I get to 1,000 subscribers, I will be doing a fairly good giveaway. I've got several things that I'm thinking are going to be a bunch of different giveaways. But when I get to 1,000, then I'm going to do that. And I'm like halfway there, so we will see. Maybe soon. Who knows? But thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day. Happy stitching.